no doubt credit card usage and debt in our country is a huge problem.
And more college students not only have credit cards, but more than 80% carry a balance.
Parents can go a long way in helping to prepare their children for good credit management. Nancy Martin is a vice president with United Bank. She's here with us today to talk about young people and debt. Huge topic.
It is a huge topic and very important at this time in our lives and everything. It's interesting to see that adults who didn't manage their money are concerned about making certain that they change things for their next generation, their children. So the American Bankers Association has been a big advocate for education and Get Smart About Credit. This is actually the National Get Smart About Credit Day. And we have the opportunity to go into schools and talk with students and talk about credit. But there's a lot of things that you as parents can do, and that's, I think, what we want to focus on today.
Oh, absolutely. What do you think a parent can do? What's the first best step?
Well, I feel very strongly that children need to be involved in money management early on, and certainly at appropriate levels. But if you have a young person who learns about money, and when I say young, I mean talking about 5 years old.
Really?
Even
that
starting
young?
That young, at different levels. Then by the time that they're leaving for college and they're on their own, they have a better base for it. And believe it or not, 84% of college students have said that they wish that they had more financial knowledge and a better understanding of it, and 60% said that it should have happened in high school. So many go into college and have never had a credit card till then.
Wow.
Right, and I remember in college, I think this is one of the issues that we see now. You're walking to class and you see the vendors set up and they're giving out credit cards with a t-shirt.
Absolutely. It's a great promotion. Everybody loves t-shirts. I'm one of those people. But unfortunately, if there's no understanding of what you're really signing or what you're getting into, you can actually leave college in such a financial state that you're set back instead of forward as you should with your degree.
So where can we start? You know, it's interesting because these kids graduate from high school, maybe they're getting a 32 or 33 on the ACT, but their financial equivalent would maybe be a 16.
Well, one thing I would encourage every parent to talk to their schools and see about getting some of these things on the docket as part of the curriculum. But you can start in your own homes individually. And I believe very strongly that children, you know, even a young child who wants a bicycle, if we can early on teach them about saving, and certainly as parents, maybe we match dollar for dollar kind of things, but if we can teach them early about saving up for something instead of it just getting it right now. That delayed gratification is something we all need to have a better handle on. And I think that when a child does that, they feel very good about, I earned this, I worked for this. So you talk about allowances, you know, have ways for them to earn money. And when you have a teenager, I believe a teenager, I would say 15 or 16, should learn how to run a checking account. And even if you get it, there are banks out there, United Bank is one of them, who will open up a checking account for a young person with a parent on it to help them learn how to manage a checking account with simply, and a debit card with certain limits and everything. So we can do those kinds of things.
Right now, you know, with the economy the way it is, there are a lot of parents that could be in financial trouble, and kids are so receptive to this. They really do listen. They're like sponges. Is this something parents could actually watch, kind of how they're talking about money in front of children?
You know, there are studies out there that say that people would rather talk about any topic but money in front of their children. And even with each other, I think we sometimes skirt it because it's so tense. But very candidly, the more you talk about money in just a real way, does your child understand what it costs to have cable, what it costs to pay an electric bill, insurances, groceries. Grocery store is a great way to start because they usually are with you when they're younger. But to let them know how much things actually cost, and at a certain point I think it's fair to let them know how much there is. During these difficult times, you bring up a good point, it's very difficult right now. I think it's a great time to talk about what we have to do as a family to resolve our personal situation.
And we know that you are conveniently located and have a great staff of people available to help parents who maybe want to even bring their kids in for that experience
Absolutely.
of opening that checking account, maybe co-signing for that first credit card. What should people do if they're interested in getting in touch with you?
Actually, I would love to talk with anyone who wants to teach their children about money. I have a passion for it. I made my own mistakes as parents and as a college student and everything, so having lived it, I'd like to save some people some of those problems. But yes, if they wanted to, they can contact us. They can go on our website, which is UnitedBankOfMichigan.com. They can call me at 559-7000. And just ask for Nancy Martin, and I will get them in touch with the right people or myself.
Thank you very much, Nancy. Really appreciate it. Great, timely information as we help to bring up our kids.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's great information we all need to think more about.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.